infinite supply chains, and the futility of constant production. In a world dominated by complex networks of manufacturing and distribution, production never truly stops. Goods travel across oceans, through sprawling logistical hubs, and between automated warehouses before reaching consumers. At first glance, these vast supply chains represent technological triumph. Efficiency on a global scale, the interconnectedness of different continents, and the promise that virtually anything we crave can be delivered at a moment's notice. Yet beneath this surface of prosperity lies a deeper existential question. To what end do we keep producing? The illusion of endless demand. Hyperglobalized logistics. The logistical networks enabling infinite supply chains form a lattice of cargo ships, freight trains, autonomous trucks, and drones. Enormous container vessels traverse established maritime routes, loading and unloading with military precision in automated ports. Each step of this process is meticulously calibrated by algorithms designed to eliminate downtime, cut costs, and move products around the globe at unprecedented speeds. Yet while this hyperglobalization can be celebrated for its feats of coordination, it further detaches production from any sense of local or human scale. Resource extraction and environmental toll. Constant production depends on a ready flow of raw materials, minerals, fossil fuels, rare earth elements, and agricultural commodities. As supply chains become more efficient, they are also more relentless in extracting resources. Mines burrow deeper, forests recede, and oceans suffer from overfishing to meet unending quotas. The environmental cost of perpetual manufacturing becomes apparent in deforestation, polluted waters, and rising greenhouse gas emissions. While new technologies and renewable energies are introduced to mitigate damage, the core logic, produce more, faster, remains fundamentally unchallenged. The sorrow of surplus. Paradoxically, the race for efficiency and mass production generates an avalanche of surplus items, from seasonal fashion lines to last year's smartphones. Clearance sales, discount campaigns, and even the destruction of unsold stock reveal a strange paradox. Despite meticulous demand forecasting, the system still produces far more than people can or want to buy. Warehouses overflow with forgotten goods, and landfills absorb endless volumes of discarded merchandise. Overproduction becomes not just an accident, but a structural feature of the system itself. Automated factories and alienated labor. As factories increasingly adopt robots and AI-driven systems, human workers find themselves marginalized or relegated to supervisory roles. Production lines run around the clock, minimizing downtime with minimal human intervention. The detachment between production and human involvement exacerbates the sense of meaninglessness. If machines create products for consumers who never see the factories or the people who might still work there, then the entire cycle feels as if it's running on autopilot, driven more by automated logic than by human agency. Consumer disconnect and psychological impact. Because consumers rarely witness the journey of their products, the moral and psychological distance between ordering and producing widens. People become habituated to one-click buying, unaware of the materials extracted, the emissions generated, and the countless logistical steps taken to bring an item to their doorstep. This disconnect fosters a complacency that allows the cycle to continue unquestioned. In parallel, constant production dulls the excitement of ownership as items become so readily available that they lose their perceived value. Profit, power, and the perpetuation of systems. For multinational corporations, constant production is about more than meeting needs. It's about sustaining economic growth and market dominance. By continually pumping new products into the global marketplace, corporations maintain their influence and shore up investor confidence. Governments, too, lean on thriving supply chains to signal economic health. As GDP grows, neither the public sector nor private enterprises have a strong incentive to rein in the very engine that fuels apparent prosperity, even if the long-term consequences are dire. Fissures in the chain, disruptions, and revelations. Global crises, natural disasters, pandemics, political conflicts occasionally fracture these supply networks, revealing how fragile infinite production truly is. When shipping routes stall or factories shut down, entire industries can grind to a halt. These disruptions expose the over-reliance on just-in-time deliveries and the precarious nature of global interdependence. In moments of crisis, the unsustainable foundation of constant production becomes painfully clear, forcing temporary pauses that make us question the wisdom of eternal growth. Emerging alternatives. Recognizing the futility of endless output, some voices advocate for a circular economy where products are designed with reuse, repair, and recycling in mind. Localized manufacturing, powered by small-scale, sustainable practices, also gains traction. Beyond technical fixes, cultural movements champion anti-consumerism or slower living, urging people to buy less, value durability, and rethink what need truly means. While these efforts remain niche, they illustrate a growing discomfort with the status quo and a desire for more meaningful production practices. The core paradox: more than we need. Ultimately, the question remains: if production can go on infinitely, yet resources are finite and desires can be manufactured, what is the real purpose of so much output? As supply chains become ever more complex and efficient, humanity risks finding itself caught in a spiral of creating items whose only raison d'etre is to keep the wheels of commerce turning. The absurdity emerges when we recognize the colossal energy devoted to making, moving, and marketing products that offer no enduring fulfillment. In this sense, infinite supply chains reveal a deeper existential crisis, a world fixated on productivity for its own sake, with little reflection on the genuine human or ecological cost. The dream of seamless global production often blinds us to the hollowness at its core. Without a fundamental shift in values, one that questions the need for perpetual output and prioritizes ethical, sustainable, and purposeful manufacture, we remain on a treadmill that can never stop, trapped in a cycle of infinite supply, insatiable consumption, and a profound lack of meaning.